The music industry has changed a lot as time has passed. For example, what we used to listen to music has just kept changing. In 1888, records were invented and started being used to record and play music. Cassette tapes became very popular in the 1970s through the 1990s. CDs, even though they were invented in 1984, they only became popular in the 90s. Today, the internet has greatly affected the music industry. The majority of music is now listened to online or through online streaming services. The first big site with music on it was Napster, which came out in 2000. Napster ran into lots of legal problems because they allowed peer-to-peer file sharing. They ended up with too many legal issues and they had to cease operations. YouTube came out in 2005 and it has had huge effects on the music industry. YouTube allowed artists to upload their music for free and let anybody in the world play it for free. At the beginning, artists couldn't make money directly off of YouTube, but in 2008, users had the ability to monetize their videos and make money off of them. Once that happened, artists were able to get recognized through YouTube and make money off of it. At the beginning, this was great, but as time went on, more and more artists started uploading their content to YouTube, also hoping to get recognized. When more and more people do this, it makes it harder for everybody since there becomes more and more competition. Before the internet, it was harder for your music to get heard by people who live very far away from you. Even though that may sound like a bad thing, it also makes there be much less competition, therefore making people willing to pay more for your music, since they might think you are the best there is. I was fortunate enough to get the opportunity to interview a guitarist who was helped very much by YouTube. In 2006, guitarist Andy McKee uploaded an original song to YouTube called Drifting. It was much different than what most guitar players were doing, and because of that, it got a lot of attention. Andy had a big advantage because he uploaded the video only 1 year after YouTube launched. When he uploaded his song, nobody had ever seen anything like what he was doing, which is why it got so many views. My thoughts are that if Andy uploaded the same video today, it would not have gotten so much attention since there are plenty of other artists on YouTube doing the same style of guitar playing. Here's a quote from my interview with Andy McKee on how YouTube helped him. Another big issue that the internet has brought the music industry is that it has made music piracy much easier to do and much harder to get caught when doing it. The last issue that I will be going into is streaming services such as Spotify, Rhapsody, and Pandora. These streaming services are cheap and pay their artists very little. In this graph, you can see the amount artists are paid per stream of their song for all of the big music streaming services. Not only is that very little, but the record label that recorded the song normally takes almost half of the money as seen in this chart. In my interview with Andy McKee, I asked about these online music streaming services, and here's what he had to say. Overall, the internet has brought down the global revenue of the music industry as seen in this chart. That makes it much harder for new musicians to be able to pursue their goals of being able to make money making music. The internet has made it easier to be seen, but harder to be recognized because of all the competition that YouTube has brought to the industry. Thank you for listening.